What stands out to you about Omaha this year? It seems like the second half troubles they had last year are well behind them.
I think it's the same type of team. They play fast. They forecheck hard. Obviously they've got an older team, and they've got their goaltending back, but they've got Ortega who can score goals, and they lost a couple guys, but there's some guys right now that seem to be really stepping up and playing well. Obviously Jake Randolph's had a good career there. David Pope, kids like that. Vessel. So I think they're pretty deep through their first three lines. They've got some older, like I said, an older group that's been to the Frozen Four and probably remember last year. But again, for us, it's just another. Again, you turn the page, you turn around. It's another good team that is playing well right now. Came off a big weekend in Miami, scoring 11 goals. So we got our hands full.
Alex Iafallo, is he playing at the highest level you've seen him play?
I think consistency-wise, I think it goes back to our conversation like with Dom. I think those guys, certainly are playing very consistently well for us at a level that we've seen at times over their career. But I think forget the points. I'm not. The players get caught up in that. We all get caught up. It's nice to see him doing that. But he's had a good start to the year, regardless of even before the hat trick. It kind of springboarded him. But when those guys are expected to get points and score, anytime they can have a good start, they kind of build off that. And but I think as he's competing hard, obviously he's got great hands and the speed. He's shooting the puck more, which I think is good. I think previous years maybe didn't shoot the puck as much, but again, that comes with maybe scoring some goals and getting some confidence, wanting more. Kind of goes back to the thing, good players are satisfied with certain things, and great players want to get better and want to, if you had 3 goals, they want 4 the next game, and I think, those are the things that I see that he's kind of grown into as the year's gone on.
Al mentioned yesterday, he said his best game of the year wasn't the hat trick game, it was the day after, it was the next game against North Dakota because of the little things he did, the blocked shots and stuff that night. You kind of agree with that?
Well, I think he's had a lot of good games. Again, it goes back to what I said earlier, his consistency level's been good. He's had a good start to the year. He's up to this point. I think he's certainly been doing a lot of things well. And those are the things we measure as coaches, and players are pretty good self-evaluators too. You can walk out of a game getting goals and points and going, wow, everyone thought you had a great game, and personally maybe you didn't think you played as good. So, but I don't think he's had any bad games. I think he's been really solid and a real catalyst for our team so far.
When those three, that top line get going, how difficult are they to play against?
Pretty tough, The beauty of it is you get 3 different types of players. Dom's always been hard to play against because he competes and plays a little edge and is not afraid to do that stuff. And obviously Al's got the speed, the dynamic, and puts people back and on their heels when he's going, and obviously good hands. And Joey's, just kind of complements them. He does a lot of those things. He plays, the 200-foot game as well, and he's got skill, makes a lot of little plays, good body position things, and I think he's still growing, but it's nice to have those 2 guys playing the way they are too to learn from, and I think that's a big plus for him. Maybe having a little more success quicker too, is having those 2 guys playing at a high level and really helping them.
Omaha's power play vastly improved from last year. It's hitting like 35%. They put the wood to a really good line to counter field last year. What are they doing to find so much success in the early going?
Shooting. They're shooting the puck a lot. And it seems like the last 2 weekends we've turned around, we run into some hot power plays, and hopefully our guys continue to do. Our structure is not going to change too much. Obviously they've got some guys like Ortega. Those guys, whether it's 5-on-5, 5-on-4, they kind of get lost, and he's very good at that. That's why he's scored as many goals as he has and a lot of game winners. But No, we're going to have to block shots. We're going to have to disrupt up the rink again and make sure we get the clears. And a lot of that starts with face-offs and not allowing to have a lot of zone time. And I thought we did a real good job last weekend again of kind of nullifying a power play that was going pretty good, but very similar in some ways. There's a little more structure to UNO's, but Western was a little more chaotic, but they're normally very good at getting pucks to the net. So you got to make sure that you're blocking some of those and not allow the second, third chances.
What do you guys have to do this weekend to score the first goal, both Friday and Saturday?
Shoot? No. Shoot first. I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that. I mean, obviously we got to have a good start to the game. I thought we started real well against Western Saturday, not Friday. And you got to come out. You got to play on your toes. You got to get pucks in. You got to get pucks to the net. Hope something goes in. Got to find a way. And if not, you know what? I'm fine if it's 0-0 after the first period. Keep their crowd out of it. Keep them nullified a little bit. But it's going to be a racehorse type of series. It's going to be up and down. Both teams play that way, and could very well come down to goaltending and special teams. And but we need to focus on our start. Just having a good start on the road. Starts with winning a face-off, getting pucks in behind, and trying to generate opportunities. I had that last year. We had a lot of chances down there to score, but we didn't. So hopefully we can generate the same amount this year and score.
How happy have you been with the team's response to a few of the not so good games like Friday and Saturday, coming out and making that a good weekend against Western?
You know what? It's funny. I didn't think it was a bad game per se. I think there was moments. I think we let our guard down a little bit. We didn't start well. We got down, we battled back. It's almost like once we got there, it was okay, we're good, and I reminded them quickly that you can't let your guard down in this league in any point. I don't care if it's first period, second period, third period. You got to keep the foot on the gas. And I thought we were going really well then. Then the game kind of settled in with some penalties and a little tighter checking, which we saw a little bit with we played Notre Dame. And fortunately we made a mistake at the end and they capitalized. I mean, it was exactly the kind of game I thought we were going to have with them, minus maybe the 6 goals in the first period. But very tight checking. They don't give you a lot of room, and we needed some guys to play better, Zach. We had some passengers on Friday night, and you're not going to win in this league with 5 or 6 passengers. And I was more pleased with those guys stepped up and played the way they're capable of playing, and we got better in a couple areas that we talked about. But it's hard to win when you don't have everyone going, and we're a team that needs everybody going, and hopefully we learned a lesson from that. And if Saturday's response was a learning lesson, that was a good lesson great for our guys.
Scott, you lead the league in block shots. I know it's a stat that gets overlooked. 4 of the guys are your defensemen who are back from a year ago. Is that some kind of effort or some focus that you've had this year, or is it just something that's happened naturally the way the game's been played?
Well, I mean, it's a big part of the game. I mean, first of all, you got to have a will to block shots, whether you're a forward or a D. Certainly a lot of those have come on the penalty kill. And I give a lot of kudos to those guys. I mean, Kotz and Seuss and all those guys back there that have ate a lot of pucks. It's not fun. It's not fun. The ones 5-on-5 sometimes are a little easier, but when to me, it's just a will. It's a huge part of the game, and even when your forwards are doing it, I used to say this when Jack Conley was killing penalties. When you see your best players killing or willing to block shots, that's a huge lift for your team. And when you see guys do that, whether they're forwards, D, your best players, or not, it's like a goal. I mean, it's a huge lift on the bench when a guy makes a huge block, and you got to continue to do that. It's just a big part of it, and our guys shown a lot of will to do that.